Welcome back everyone to Lore of the Shadow, where last time we were given the task to collect the Dunedain so that they may prepare for a journey south. So our next one we have is Candate. Hello there.
So the time has come at last.
The time has come to stand with Aragorn, son of Arathorn, my lord and the chieftain of the Dunedain. In my heart I knew that this day would come, for as the shadows have lengthened, the need for Aragorn to accept his mantle has become all the more pressing. I've come to love the lands between the Forsaken End and the Last Bridge, and it will grieve me to leave them. But I will do so. I will join the Great Company and travel south as you have asked. While I make ready to leave, will you retrieve a hidden cache of supplies that I prepared some time ago? I left a sword, some gloves, and a few other supplies northeast of here, atop a small rise called Echad-Sul, in the shade of the tree. Recover this cache and bring it back to me, for I will have need of it in the lands of the south. Alright, so locate Candate's hidden cache in Echad-Sul. Okie dokie. I was a little confused there, and was wondering, how is it that I managed to miss doing book 2, but then of course I remembered that I did the Before the Shadow storyline, and that has its own version of book 2. Well, who's this? Hello?
Looks like you might be easy pickings.
What are you looking for? It seems to me that these lands should be big enough for you to find a path that takes you out of my sight, little one. So, you like this sword? I found it, I did. And these gloves and a few choice other items. Sometimes you find these little caches in the wild, left by those rangers, I suspect. Easy pickings, if you ask me. Looks like you might be easy pickings, too. I'll be taking your gear and your coins, friend, without a fight or with one. It is the same to me. All right, well, we're going to have a little cat fight, shall we say? There you go. Not easy pickings. I trust this is the equipment you're looking for?
I'm pleased to have these items back. Thank you.
I would have been willing to part with the contents of the cache pine lore. Items hidden in the wild, once found, should go to their finders. But once Skuldug has sought to use the items to rob you, as far as I'm concerned, he gave up his right to them. I'm pleased to have them back. Thank you. All right.
We will have need of Cyrodiil's calming wisdom on the road south.
Cyrodiil is more settled than some others of my kin, but no less a vital part of the Great Company. We will have need of Cyrodiil's calming wisdom on the road south, for though we have need of haste, so too do we need to keep our wits about us. Too often can the hasty road lead to carelessness. Cyrodiil will help to prevent this. Look for him at his cabin near the town of Bree in Breeland. He lives east of Thornley's work site in the northern Bree fields. It is true, we don't know what we will find on the ride south. I look over these lone lands and wonder what will happen to them when we are gone. But this is something that we must do. Each of us has sworn an oath to Aragorn our chief, and none of us will break that oath. We know the risks. None of us will join the Great Company if we felt his errand was not important enough to brave those risks. For my part, I will not give in to fear of the unknown. We will have our role to play, and I'll hope that when I have played mine, the world will have been better for my having been in it. So, it is on to Breeland and to recruit Cyrodiil. That appears to be the work site. And here's a cabin. So perhaps this is Saradin? Hello there.
Aragorn has need of us, and that is all we need know.
I fear for the people of this land, Pine-lore, without the Dunedain to protect them. Great numbers of an unruly sort have already come to Bree, and the brigands of the countryside will have no want for members while the rangers are not around to keep the ranks in check. I'll make ready to depart. While I do so, will you speak with Barliman at the Prancing Pony? He doesn't think much of the rangers, but I would have you ask him to keep an especial care of his inn in the town for the next several months, if it comes to that. He will not understand, but I want him to have at least some warning that troubles may lie ahead in store for Bree. Very well. Then let's head off to the Prancing Pony. Hello there, Butterbur. That fellow Saradin does come to the pony from time to time, and we talk about the state of things in Bree. Not as often as I'd like, of course. For every moment of peace, there are 10 things that need to be doing, and no way to make them all fit in the time available. Still, I do what I can, and wouldn't trade the pony for anything. Folks say that Saradin's a ranger, but if he is, he's more respectable than most. Has a cabin just near Bree, you know, and even spares a smile toward his neighbors, which is more than I've seen from some others of that kind. Will you look at me, going on and on like this? There's no time for idle chatter. There are foodstuffs sitting in one of the parlors that needs to be brought out here for preparing. Will you go and fetch some of them? Apples, pears, mushrooms. You'll see the crates, you will, and you'll be a big help if you hurry. Alright, so I'll retrieve some foodstuffs for the innkeeper. Let's see what we got down this way. Ah, it looks like there's a crate of apples and mushrooms and the like here. There we go. I would hate to see you drop that plate. Get out of my sight. Really? Fresh fruit. Well, mostly. Now bring me the next goods. Alright, the next bit. Okay, what about this? Oh, the mushrooms. Haven't you got anything better to do than ruining my rest? Well, I didn't bug you, you bugged me. Very good, thank you. I have an order for these mushrooms already. Now, bring me the next thing. I guess now we are getting a pumpkin? Or something like that. Let's see what we got here. Yep, that's a pumpkin. Don't drop that pumpkin. If it splatters my boots, you'll have to lick up the mess. Ah, there it is. A fine pumpkin, that one. Oh, okay. Before I talk to you, I have something I need to do. Right. Now, let's get on with... What do you want to say? Thank you. You've been a great help to me today, and I won't forget it. So much to do, but you're welcome to stay as long as you like. Join the company, sing a song, warm yourself at the fire. There is one more thing, actually. There have been a few rude types come to the Bree lately, and they've been scaring off some of the townfolk who like to come to the pony for the night. Regular visitors, you know, good folk who come for a spot of ale and some cheer. Do you think you might have a word with the fellow at the table over there? Uchtrude, I think his name is, and he's a coarse sort. Maybe you can encourage him to finish his mug of beer and to find somewhere else to go for the night. Only he hasn't rented any lodgings here, and I just as soon he took his loud friends to somewhere else. I would tell you myself, but oh, there is just so much to do. Right. Well, I'll see about that. Maybe I could give him a big slap also. Ah. Well, this looks like the guy.
There'll be changes around here, I don't mind telling you.
What did you say to me? I have as much a right to this table as anyone here. More so once the rest of my friends get here. Oh, there will be changes around here, I don't mind telling you. Oh, and you're still here? You've made me mad, and now you're going to pay for it. Okay, you make you madder? Here. Ow! What'd you do that for? I will see you outside by the north gate of Bree if you have any courage at all. We won't be bothered there. I will teach you a lesson about respecting Uchtrude and his boys. A lesson this whole town is going to have to learn. Oh, you want respect. I will see you outside, and we will settle this. Good. Just one more slap, and then I'll be on my way. All right, let's go out and meet him, and he'll get more than a slap by a fish. It appears that he made it. Well, you decided to come and face me? You think you're tough? Well, let's see.
There'll be changes around here, I don't mind telling you.
Yeah, you keep on saying that. I didn't think that you should, Pine Lore. We're going to own this town in a couple of weeks, and that fat innkeeper in there will have to beg for table scraps from Uchtrude and his boys. Just like you need to beg for mercy in a few moments, Hobbit. I may even grant it. And I'll take that fish first. Right, yeah, you really want to. Here. Try that. Cry, baby. I've spoken to the innkeeper.
I was right to worry then.
I fear that it was so. Very few of the people know that the safety they feel as a result of the tireless work of the Dunedain. And yet, our road must take us south, into lands far away from the well-meaning proprietor of the Prancing Pony. He might not trust the rangers, but my people are no less fond of him and his simple life than they are for his own sons and daughters. I hope his town and his inn will remain safe until we return. If we can. If you can.
Holros loves the Shire and its people.
I will take it upon myself to gather several of the other Dunedain that may be found within Breeland. But you should make your way to the Shire. At the camp by the green fields you should find Halros. Halros loves the Shire and his people and has watched over them for many years. It may not be easy for him to leave them, but even upon this errand as urgent as that of the Grey Company. Yeah, alright, so over to the Shire and to Halros. This appears to be Halros. Hello there. Killing goblins, I see.
There are troublemakers loose in the Green Hill country.
Welcome. So long as there are goblins beneath the green fields, I will maintain my watch over the Shire. That's my duty, given to me by my chieftain Aragorn. I see. I need time to prepare. I had been just about to deal with a particular matter when you arrived. If you can take care of them for me, that will give me time to see things in order. There are troublemakers loose on the road along the runs through the Green Hill country. I fear they may do some real harm before they are stopped. Can you walk the road and visit the town of Stock, ending the threat of the troublemakers there? I fear that they may be brigands or worse, and these are more bold than they have been in the past. Return to me when I could talk again. All right, fine. I will deal with a couple of troublemakers. I believe he said that one of them was somewhere around Stock. So I have to see if anyone around here is making any trouble. Anyone here making trouble? Hold on. Oh, there. You little vermin have lived in these parts for too long. Hey.
You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang.
I've got orders from up top that say that I can do what I like here in these lands, and I plan to do just that. I fancy this house, and no hobbit is going to stand in my way neither. It's too small to live in, but I could use it to store my haul that my boys plan on getting in the next several weeks. You'll best move along if you know what's good for you. Actually, I was suggesting that you move along, or else I'll show you what's good for. Hey! For that, I will pop you. You win, you win. Just stop kidding me. Well, so much for him. Boo! Ah, I think I found the other troublemaker. And looks like that last is laughing. I will belong to my boy soon enough. Yes, it will.
You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang.
You'd better be careful, you. I've got friends making plans in the hills around here, and these halflings aren't included in 'em. You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang. Oh, I'll be in for a fight. Oh, you want to fight if I mess with you? There. How's that for messing? Why, you're gonna regret tangling with me. Right. Ouch! Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Good grief. Well, let's get back to Howros. Yep, they're making trouble, all right.
Can you help me make this decision?
There have been more troublemakers on the road in recent days, and I fear that they'll do some harm to the peace-loving folk of the Shire if I travel south with the Grey Company. And yet, my loyalty is to Aragorn, and I know that if he has need of the Dunedain, it is my duty to go to him with as much speed as can be mustered. I do not know what to do, Pinelore. What do you advise? And can I help you to make this decision? Oh? Howros should go, or Howros should stay? I think he should go. It's his duty.
You are right. My fate lies on the southern road.
You think that I can travel south with the great company to come with the aid of Aragorn? He is my chieftain, and it is my duty to see that he comes safely to the end of the road, wherever it lies. But I fear for the folk of the Shire at my absence. How will they protect themselves from the evils that crowd the borders on all sides? No, you're right, Pinelore. There's strength in these hobbits yet, and if they need to repel dangers from the outside, they'll do so. My fate must lie on the southern road. I'll stand with Aragorn, and that is the way that I will protect the people of this land. Thank you for helping me to make my decision, Pinelore. I will go with the Grey Company. The good folk of the Shire will need to do without my help. Can you travel to the end in Brocky Borings and tell my friend Lotho Sackville Baggins that I'll be leaving? He is visiting Brockenborns for a few days and showed some interest in my comings and goings. Oh? Why is that, I wonder? Well, I guess maybe we'll find out when we speak to Lotho? This appears to be the right place. Ah, hello.
That ranger will be leaving the Shire. Very interesting.
Yes, most interesting. Thank you for letting me know, my friend. And that's a shame, of course. Oh, of course it is. That was a strange reaction. I spoke with Lotho.
Thank you for helping me to decide.
You're saying that Lotho sounded pleased that I'd be leaving? Well, that's queer. He sought me out a few days ago and had many questions to ask. If I had any plans to travel into Breeland, whether I thought to visit certain townships in the Shire, and that sort of thing. Well, he and his folk will surely be fine without my protection. It pains me to have to leave them be, but if Aragorn has need of his kin must ride to his aid. Thank you for helping me to decide. Very well.
Your next journey should take you to Esteldine.
My mind is made up, Pinelore, and now it is time for you to continue on the task that Lord Elrond of Rivendell has set before you, to gather the Dunedain to swell the ranks of the Grey Company as it travels through the aid of Aragorn. Your next journey should take you to Esteldine, the hidden encampment of the Rangers of the North Downs. Halberd will surely wish to travel south with the Grey Company, but he is often away from Esteldine. Speak to the Rangers of Darvin instead, and he will tell you where Halberd may be found. Darvin is often in the center of Esteldine, seeing to the general defense of the people who live in the North Downs. All right. Very well. When we return next time, we will continue on our quest to gather up the Rangers as we head into Esteldine, as we continue along with the lore of the Shadow.